Hey guys, Audrey Wiggins here with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Lifestyle Property Partners. And today I'm here with my good friend and colleague, Sherry Shepard. She's with Alcova Mortgage out of Pinehurst, North Carolina. Sherry and I go way back. She was one of my first lenders when I started in real estate about 17 years ago. And she's been a great partner for me and for my clients. She's my go-to girl. Whenever I have questions about interest rates or the market changes, she's the lady I pick up the phone and call, even for just personal questions. And she's actually refinanced me personally, so I have a lot of experience with her. She's a wealth of knowledge, and I'm super excited to be able to have a short chat with her about the lending environment that we have and we're faced with right now during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, Sherry, thank you for being here with me today and for taking some time out of your day to give us an update on how things are going. I think what I've been hearing questions from my buyers and sellers is how is the loan process changing, and how are you all handling some of the restrictions that have been placed on appraisers and just gathering of information and intel during a loan transaction?
A couple of things that I'd like to mention that we have had to make some changes and it is working a little different. Typically, when we need to request a tax transcript, we would reach out through the IRS to do that. The IRS, of course, is closed, and we have been able to ask our clients. We do not need tax transcripts for everyone, but for the clients that we do need tax transcripts for, we have just been asking our borrowers to go to the IRS website and obtain the tax transcripts there. It is it's a little tedious, but once you're in and get through all the security questions, it's fine and good. Appraisals, for the most part, I believe my the folks in my pipeline have been okay with, having the appraiser come into their home. However, should there be a client that does not want anybody into the house, we've been able to put some other things into place. We can, and it depends on the property, the location, and certain variables, but we can request a desktop appraisal or a drive-by appraisal.
Yeah, and on that point, the other day, I had an appraiser call me that wanted to go into a home, and or he had accepted an order to do an appraisal, and he said, I don't have to go in the home. I was allowed to do a drive-by, take some pictures, and go off what you have in the MLS. And I said, well, we have a 3D tour for that property. Would you like me to send you the link so that you could actually tour it, virtually? And he thought that was a great idea and
That's awesome.
really helpful for him. So for, those realtors who do have the 3D tours and the more specialized tours, that is a tool that these appraisers during this time can use to help do their job to the best of their ability when they can't
Right.
or don't want to or aren't allowed to go inside the home. So yeah, that's something I've
Right.
had happen to me too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
So when have purchased your home and you're ready to go to closing, we've had a few changes with our attorneys in the area. I mean, they're most of them that I work with. It's kind of business as usual. I do have a closing tomorrow, and this particular attorney is going to send a draft of what the closing package looks like so that they can see make sure the interest rate, the loan amount, everything is correct on the loan package. And then the client will drive up to the attorney's office. The attorney will bring the package out. They will sign it in their car with the attorney standing outside so that he can notarize their signatures. And they will hand off the package and drive away. I thought that's a good idea. I like it. The other really important thing that has changed is our verification of employments. We've always verified them a couple of times during the process. It's probably about 3 times now. We are having to get those verifications of employment within 48 hours of the closing, just to make sure that the buyer has not been laid off, or whatever their case may be. So that to me has been the one thing that has really they really tightened down on, and very understandably so.
Absolutely. So when we talk about types of loans, that you and I do a lot of, we do a lot of the VA loans for the military. We do USDA loans that are 100% government-backed loans. We do FHA loans. We do conventional loans. Have you seen any changes to their? I've been asked a couple of times, are we going to be able to continue to get the VA loans and the USDA loans, or are they going to tighten up restrictions and even not allow them, to be approved for a short time? Have you seen any of that happening?
Right. No, not with the government loans. VA we're still really strong. With VA in our county. FHA seems to be on track, as does USDA. In fact, I just had a USDA loan just came back in a couple of days. So they are still working, thankfully. I guess there are a couple of loans that we are not lending on right now. We're not doing jumbo, and we're not doing North Carolina home loans, where there is a down payment assistance on that product.
Right.
Those are not, we're not offering those currently, but everything else is a go. And what I suggest most of all is, if you're talking to Audrey and you're house hunting and you have any doubt whatsoever, it's always best to talk out any concerns that you have from the very beginning. So if you are looking for your home, and you have any question whatsoever, you can always, Audrey knows, can always give me a call just to kind of cover those bases ahead of time, so that you don't run into a hurdle as you go through the process.
Right. And a couple of weeks ago, we did see kind of a big shift in the interest rates that shocked kind of all of us. We went to bed and they were great. We woke up the next day and they weren't so great. And they since then have come back down, and everyone is happy with the rates. So what would you say? So if I have a buyer who's kind of on the fence on whether they should go ahead and buy right now and start this process, but they're a low risk for losing their job or getting laid off, and they're very stable, which is fortunate for them. What would be your advice to them right now with the interest rates? Would you advise them to go ahead and start that process, or to wait?
Absolutely, I would. As long as their job is stable, as long as they don't foresee any problems as we get through the mortgage process. Interest rates are still low. They, yes, as Audrey said, they did jump up. I think it caught us all off guard. I know it did catch me off guard. But they are still really, really good. And if you're looking to buy, I still think it's a good time to buy, and interest rates are low. And I would definitely, proceed. I think that once we're through this, I think I like to think positive and hope that everything's going to level back out, and we'll be all right.
Thank you, Sherry, for taking time today to talk with us. I think it was really informative, and I think that the public is interested in what we've talked about, and it will be good information to get out there to our local area here in Moore County, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, North Carolina. And again, I'm Audrey Wiggins with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Lifestyle Property Partners. I'm here for all your buying and selling needs, and I look forward to hearing from you and helping you all in the future. Have a great time. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay home.